I'm here at the Friendly Center in Greensboro, North Carolina, in order to do a news Coulomb site review of this relatively new Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging station. It opened about a month ago, and this is my first time having an opportunity to swing by. I tried about 2 weeks ago, but it was a rainy day, and I decided to just bid my time, and so I went home and I came back another day, which happens to be today. Hopefully the station scores pretty well, because it sure is nice, and it seems to be a fan favorite. Just since I've been here, 2 additional electric vehicle owners have pulled up. One is a Bolt and the other is a R1S owner, and they walked off to do some weekend shopping at the Friendly Center here, which there's plenty of things to do. So let's go ahead and get into the news Coulomb site review of this station. Okay, so I've learned to wear a hat when I do the drone follow me approach, because that's for your own protection, so you don't have to stare at my hideous bald spot. Let's get into it. Beautiful station. Very characteristic Mercedes-Benz wraps of Alpitronic HYC 400s. This one here is a single-handled one. This one here is a single-handled too, and apparently I'm using the one that's designated accessible use last. My bad. It seemed to line up well with my charge port, but there's not a lot of people here, so hopefully that won't be of concern. And I'm thinking that's because this stall is a little bit wider. But over here, there's another one that is single-handled. So if you have a beefy Porsche Taycan or something that needs full 400 kilowatts, Mercedes-Benz has been leaving some of their Alpitronic chargers with single handles recently, assumably for that case. These are very nice Amphenol cables. Let me just quickly take a look at this. They're rated at 400 amps, 1000 volt. And it doesn't say if they're liquid cooled or not. I'm assuming they're oil cooled because of the weight. Maybe the thicker ones are ambient cooled. Anyway, I don't see anything on the cladding of the cable, but they are rated 400 amp, 1000 volt. Okay, this is also something characteristic of Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging stations that I've found, is that they maintain their own trash receptacles. And I'm not sure if they partner with the property owners in order to have these serviced, or if they arrange for them to be serviced through their own third party. But regardless, those are something that are very characteristic. And let's go take a look at the transformer. I will cut in an image of the transformer. It's a big boy, 2,500 kVA. So how many Alpitronic hyperchargers do we have? Let me go look at this just a second. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 2,400 kVA needed for nameplate capacity, and they have over that with 2,500 nameplate capacity. It should be noted also they have the very characteristic lamp posts that also provide Wi-Fi and indication of where the station is at night, because these places can be dark, so they illuminate to kind of give a sigil for people who are coming to the station about its location. And the nice thing is they also light up when you approach to either signal you're welcoming, and also to illuminate the area with a little bit more space. As you can see, we've got 2 cars charging here, and my Cadillac Lyriq. I stand corrected, it's not mine, it's my wife's, but she ain't here, so I'm driving the heck out of the thing. Thanks, dear. Okay, taking a look at the active session. Boom. Give me some charging details, Alfie. All right, so I popped up to 125 at 55% state of charge. That seems about right. Now I'm floating around 90. That all seems good. Really nothing much to chime in there. But we are in a very beautiful, picturesque shopping mall, bit upscale here in Greensboro, North Carolina, called the Friendly Center, that has many amenities. So let's go ahead and get into the scoring. All right, well, what's a charging station review without actually charging, right? So let's go ahead and see if this station actually dispenses electrons, or if it's just all here for show. I'm guessing it's working because there's a Rivian and a Bolt over there charging, and I ain't special. Let's see. Okay, preparing charging session. Tap to pay. Authorizing. Putting in a $50 hold on my card. Now I can get around that if I use the plug-in charge, but I guess my spaz already went past that point. We've authenticated. I'm going to confirm the plug. I'm going to accept the price. And it's working. Okay. I'm going to let it ramp up a little bit here, and we will post the charging curve as I proceed to do the walk around of the site. So at an opportune moment when the drone is spinning around or something, I'll post in the charging curve as well. But it is working.
Here's the vital statistics. It's the Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging station at the Friendly Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. The plug share location will be linked down below in the description. It has 10 stalls fed from 6 Alpitronic HYC 400s with CCS handles only. Some of the other stations by Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging have a mix of J3400 and CCS, but this station only has CCS. There are some cars that can do plug-in charge with these stations, and you could also use your in-dash charge point integration in order to start charging as well. The News Coolum site review model is a 50-point scoring method in 5 categories: access, amenities, concentration, location, and speed. Each category has 10 points. The location is in a very popular and trendy shopping center in Greensboro that has the Apple Store and a movie theater, as well as many upscale eateries and grocery stores. There's actually 2 grocery stores. There's a Whole Foods Market and a Harris Teeter in the collection of strip malls and shopping centers that make up the Friendly Center. Very amenity-rich location, but it is nowhere near an interstate, so it's going to lose points for that section. But it will gain points for the number of chargers and the actual throughput speed that this station has. Let's get into the scoring. For the access category, it actually gets all 10 points. It does have an ADA marked use last stall. It also has pull-through stalls, which not every station does, but this actually has 6 of the stalls that you could actually categorize as pull-through, which is very nice. I think that is very a smart station design that they came up with, that there's individual stalls, but you could also pull through if necessary. There's no parking obstructions in order to stop people from pulling through if they need to. It is near the entrance to the site, and as I mentioned, many amenities and services. I did say it's near the main thoroughfare, highway interstate, because, I mean, it's near the main thoroughfare, but not near the interstate, so I did give it the point for that. It does have app and charge payment options, as well as a very good point of sale, which is what I use. And it is sufficient for the size and popularity. While I was there was 2 other EVs charging along with myself, which is only 3 of the 10 stalls in use, so plenty of extra capacity available for additional charging. And this was on a busy Saturday afternoon. However, there is no signage for parking against icing, so I kind of struggled if I should give it this mark or not. But because it's far away from the immediate facades of the stores, and it's kind of in a corner of the parking lot, and the chargers themselves kind of advertise that this is a charging station, I did give it the point. Now let's go to amenities. As I mentioned, this is a very amenity-rich location. There's plenty of dining options, snack and drink options. There's grocery stores. There's places to walk your pet, and there is a trash can, but there is no squeegee. And because the amenities are dependent on the attached businesses, it's not 24/7. So there will be bathroom closures outside of business hours. There is overhead lighting, but there is no canopy. Now let's talk concentration. It does have 10 stalls, so it gets all but one of the points for up to 12 stalls out of this category. but it is not supported by another Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging anywhere close to here. Obviously, in the future, that will likely change, but for right now, that's not the case. It is appropriate for the venue, route, and region. As I mentioned, there was only 2 other EV owners there while I was making this video, and so Saturday afternoon at a shopping center, I'd have to assume this is a high water mark. Now let's talk location. Because this section is very heavily dependent on being close to an interstate, it loses many points. Also, because it's not in a charging desert, it loses that point as well. And it's not in an incorporated area with no other public fast chargers. The points that it does get in this section are within a couple of miles of an intersection or major interstate, so it did get that one. And in an incorporated area with fewer than 1 charging per capita, so it got that point as well. But otherwise, this was a disaster of a section for this station. Now, I don't think that's characteristic of how good of a station this is. It's just the scoring method that we have in front of us, really for discussion purposes. Eric Way from the News Coolum channel, who authored this scoring method, said he might come up with an alternate scoring method that accounts for stations that are positioned away from interstates in order designed to be municipal charging locations, but that has not happened yet, so we're just sticking with the scoring as we have it. Now let's talk speed, because this is a terrific category for this station. It has a 2.5 megawatt or kVA transformer, so it gets over the 2, not the 4. And the chargers themselves are the Alpitronic HYC400s, which output 400 kilowatts. And there are 2 stalls specifically that only have a single handle, which are guaranteed to output 400 if you have an 800 volt car. So all in all, the speed category is where this station really shines, bringing the total points to 37 out of 50.
So there you have it, a brand new electric vehicle charging station provided by CPO Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging here at the Friendly Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.